everybody, Elizabeth here, and I'm showing up late without any Starbucks because Scott Cawthon has dropped a couple of teasers early in the afternoon, and everybody's kind of put their own thoughts to it, and I've managed to get my thoughts collected and figure out where it goes from here. So, for those who also showed up late, hopefully you got your Starbucks or your coffee brand of choice. But here's what happened. ScottGames updated with a picture of what the picture is called Twisted Freddy. The art is by Lady Fishy. Hope I'm saying that right. And this Freddy is crawling up out of the ground to try and grab you. He's got almost boil-like bumps on his all over him, sharp pointy teeth, sharp pointy claws, basically boily, bubbly nightmare Freddy. Nice eyes though. There is a code that appears when you put the contrast higher. Well, it's two codes. 348002 is one, and then the next code is 2087B. Now, it actually links to two other pictures, which Daco from ScottGames was able to find and figure out. So, yay! The first one, which is the 3481, it looks like Foxy. It doesn't, I mean, in the technical sense, it looks like Foxy. Big, sharp, pointy tooth fox-looking thing. But it's not Foxy. Because it's a blue-grayish color scheme. It's got a glitchy effect around it. And split down the middle, you have realistic for the artist's style. And animatronic. With sharp, pointy bits. And all of the art is done by Lady Fishy. Hope I'm saying your name right. So that's the not Foxy. And the other one is a Bonnie. He's a purple rabbit that looks kind of like Bonnie. But apparently instead of going the Toy Bonnie route and having too much makeup, Bonnie decided to go the other extreme and go full on crazy. He's got the weird boils. He's missing chunks of the animatronic parts. He's dripping. It looks like melted flesh. His jaw opens up. Well, at least the bottom half of his jaw opens up like the sister location animatronic. So, hey, some tie in there. Basically, Bonnie's seen better days, Foxy's having a confusing day, and Freddy's just like, I am here! Guess what? I'm here, yo dog. I heard you were missing Freddy! There's also some source code, some new source code, so I believe this is actually out of order, but, well, out of order to what I'm going to be talking about, which is the FNAF World teaser. So, spoiler? Anyways, the source code for ScottGames says, haha, say goodbye to our friend. So, Freddy has achieved supervillain status. It's always good. But I'll get into my thoughts after I explain the FNAF World teaser, so that way it kind of works. Or something like that. Put my thoughts together. That's what it is. Okay, so, FNAF World. We have a pair of eyes, animatronic eyes, with a green light glowing from inside them, so illuminating the eyes to be green. And we see some animatronic lashes attached to the eye. And the picture itself is called I Am Still Here. I tried to do contrast, high contrast, low contrast, basically the you know, make it super bright, make it super dark. And I was not able to find anything with like any secret codes, any secret hidden things, just a pair of eyeballs. They do strongly look like babies' eyes, and I do have a theory with how it could still be baby and how it ties into the I am still here and such, which is, spoiler for sister location before we get scooped, we have to go fix Circus Baby. So we crawl across the thing, across the hallway, we go into the parts and service, Baby's there, and after we finish taking out our little chip, and we just press the button and we send her on her way. Maybe there was a second baby suit, or even just kind of, it didn't get there fast enough for when we got there. Or the endoskeleton that was baby, or just like, I had an idea that kind of made sense, but then I thought about it and then it didn't make sense. So possibly baby, possibly old endoskeleton. Blame Afton. Hashtag blame Afton. Okay. And for that, the source code for the FNAF world is "You would be lost without me." So, that's kind of why I think it would be the sentence before the ScottGames one, where it's like, haha, say goodbye to our friend. Haha. I do find it a little strange and not making any sense. You would be lost without me is like, hey, listen to me. I'm the one in charge. I'm in charge. And the other person on ScottGames is like, haha, no. A possibility on who their friend is, I almost want to say it's a Mike. Why do I say that? Well, for both Sister Location and Silver Eyes, despite the two being separate canons, they do share some similarities, and thus, including the idea of a Mike/Michael being important to the plot. With the Silver ones, Michael's one of the kids that gets offed by a purple man, and his spirit sort of helps out. Jury's still out on helpfulness. And Michael is Eggs Benedict, who gets his innards scooped so he can be a suit for innard, and then he ends up finding himself hanging out in a rabbit. I don't want to say this is like, yes, this is the Twisted One book for like the Scott Cawthon thing. This is definitely for the book, because it seems a little late to start bringing up hype for the book that's coming out in less than 2 weeks. Because like with the first book, he teased it for a good month and a half, 2 months before the book was even out. So it was just kind of like, here, at least to me, it kind of seems like, oh, what? Oh, there's a book coming out? Okay. Second idea I had that could be, instead of related to the books, is that it's Scott being like, hey, animated series. Da, 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 da. Of course, that's a little over the top, especially since animation is a lot of work. And even when Scott's ability to pump out a game within several months, yeah, I don't think that would translate well to animation. Plus, he'd also have to have he'd have to keep a lot of things quiet about it, and I don't think with the type of fans where it's like if anything comes up FNAF related, it gets analyzed and stuff, that he'd be able to get away with it, or it be quiet for as long as needed for an animated show to show up. The other idea I had is that this is actually a spin-off game to Five Nights at Freddy's that, while doesn't really deal with the lore, also doesn't really deal with the game. So it's kind of like a alternate universe, taking more elements from the books than the games, or something like that. Another thought I just had when thinking about the different source codes and this 2 sites, it almost seems like we're getting 3 things coming. 3 things. We got Twisted Ones, Twisted Freddy, Twisted somebody, the Twisted Crew going on ScottGames. We have something involving Sister Location on FNAF World, either as an update to that game or the sequel to Sister Location. And then we have the conversation going on in the source codes between the 2. Because it doesn't really seem like the teasers themselves, the picture teasers, are coinciding to what the source codes are going on about. So there is a distinct possibility that we have 3 things to look forward to for the end of the year. I'm feeling that we're going to probably see some more information, probably some more hints, sneak peeks, or teasers as we get closer to the release of the book. But I wouldn't lay money on it. We would all be surprised. But it's kind of interesting to see what it is. I personally would be totally fine if this is just a burn on the really, really passionate fans of Five Nights at Freddy's, with, you know, the fan that is like, every waking moment we must analyze every single move that Scott Cawthon makes. Everything connects to the games. Even though everybody's like, yeah, the books are their own separate universe. The game is its own separate universe. And its separate universes in that. And the movie's going to be its own separate universe. Probably not. Scott Cawthon's a nice dude from the interactions that I've heard of him. And I don't think he'd do something that over the top of being like, hey, screw you guys. So that's, I would find it hysterical if it was kind of one of those, this is me venting about my personal issues. Ha ha. But that's just kind of because I have a weird sense of humor. So, please feel free to leave your own thoughts, theories, suggestions, comments about what do you think these teasers mean, what the source code means, what we're going to be calling the Not Foxy and the Abani, and even Twisted Freddy, T-Fred? That's Toy Freddy. We need to figure out a name for Twisted Freddy. And yeah, so feel free to leave a comment below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!